The best way to protect your soil and protect the fertility of the soil is just not digging it. There are circumstances in which I have dug soil, needed to, if there's a brand new plot of land that's completely overgrown with very noxious weeds that grow at least 2 foot deep with the roots. It's worth the effort to start with, getting those all out as best you can, and then from there on start to build your no-dig. But once you've done that and build your no-dig, it very quickly can become fertile. There are dandelions growing, there's comfrey growing, and there are other plants, because some plants accumulate minerals and some fix it in the soil. The nitrogen fixing ones do fix the nitrates in the soil, and they stay there. As they rot away, after they die, those minerals and nutrients return to the soil and help to fertilize them. The birds also, wild birds, visit the garden and leave their droppings for us. So we do encourage the birds. They come to feed in the garden, and as they feed, they leave their droppings. That rots down into the soil and fertilizes nicely. So even if you can't have chickens or quail or any other animal that will give you nice manure, nature will still do that for you if you encourage it. And you'll be surprised how little you need. This front garden rarely gets added fertilizer, simply because buying compost is very expensive, and my bins just aren't enough to create enough compost for the whole garden. Another good way to fertilize and protect the soil from being leached out by too much rain or, oh, hang on, there's a brand new fly right there. Look at that. I've not seen that fly in my garden before. I wonder what that is. It's beautiful. Don't know whether it's a good guy or a bad guy, but as long as it's pollinating or feeding on pests, I'll welcome it. That is so pretty. There you go. Gardening for nature. You'll soon get your allies and the pests, but the allies will handle those for you. Okay, this is a bit of a mess. It'll be done and tidied up in autumn, but not to the point where the soil is left uncovered. So in my front garden, which is a very wild cottage garden, I don't do much fertilizing at all, because there's wood chips in between the beds that rot away around the trees and the shrubs, and the ground is covered by the strawberries and other creepers. So that's another way of protecting the soil, and that is the most important thing. It's not so much adding the fertilizer as protecting the soil that's already there and letting it build up naturally. We only need to add it if we've damaged it to start with, or if it's not been worked for a long time, and then we just improve it. So rather than working against nature, we work with it and just keep adding as nature would. Like in the forest, the trees drop their leaves, nobody cleans it up, it just stays there, rots away into the ground, and the organisms turn that leaf litter into food that can be fed back to the trees. Nature provides for its own, and nature does not like open bare ground. It's like nature's skin. The soil is nature's skin, the plants are her clothes. We leave it bare and we leave it open to disease, pests and injury. So we clothe it with plants and mulches to protect it from the elements, just as much as we clothe ourselves to protect us from the elements.